Did you know the average American home contains over 300,000 items? Imagine how much lighter life could feel without all that weight. Hi, I'm Tom, and today we're diving into the unexpected truths about downsizing after 60. How letting go of stuff can truly transform your life. Comment below where you're watching from, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips to simplify and thrive. Now, let's uncover the hidden emotional journey of decluttering and why it's more than just organizing. It's about reclaiming your freedom. 1. The hidden emotional journey of decluttering. Decluttering isn't just a physical task. It's an emotional journey that can take you through unexpected highs and lows. For many, letting go of possessions is like saying goodbye to pieces of their identity. You might hold a sweater and remember the laughter shared at family gatherings, or glance at a piece of furniture and feel the weight of decades of memories. It's not easy, and that's okay. When I worked with a woman named Helen, she struggled to part with a set of porcelain teacups she hadn't used in years. Her grandchildren lived states away, and she often imagined hosting a tea party with them, even though it hadn't happened in over a decade. After some reflection, Helen realized that holding on to the cups was tied to a deeper longing for connection. We decided to pack a few cups and send them to her grandchildren as a surprise gift, keeping one for herself as a keepsake. That decision brought her a sense of peace and a new way to hold on to the memories without holding on to all the stuff. The emotional stages of downsizing are real and varied. You may feel resistance, sadness, or even guilt about discarding items tied to loved ones or cherished memories. But as you begin to let go, a sense of relief and freedom often emerges. It's a process of redefining what truly matters, not just in your home, but in your life. Transitioning through these emotions is key to success. It's important to remind yourself that your memories don't live in the objects you own. They live in your heart and your experiences. Once you begin to focus on what brings joy and purpose, rather than clinging to what has accumulated over the years, the process becomes less about loss and more about liberation. Next, let's explore the surprising benefits that come with embracing minimalism after 60. You might be amazed at how much your life can transform when you choose to live with less. 2. Surprising benefits of minimalism. After 60. Embracing minimalism after 60 isn't just about clearing out your closet or organizing your garage. It's about discovering a new way of living that enhances every aspect of your life. Once you begin the journey of letting go, unexpected and transformative benefits start to unfold. One of the most immediate changes is the sense of mental clarity that comes from a simpler space. Imagine walking into a room and feeling a sense of calm rather than chaos. A friend of mine, Jack, decided to downsize his home after retiring. His house was filled with decades of items he thought he couldn't live without. Old books, tools, furniture, and souvenirs from countless trips. Once he started decluttering, Jack discovered that removing the visual clutter also eased the mental clutter. He often told me that his mind felt lighter, and for the first time in years, he was able to truly relax and enjoy his retirement. Minimalism also brings surprising financial freedom. Without the constant cycle of buying, maintaining, and replacing items, you may find yourself with more money to spend on experiences or save for the future. Helen, the woman I mentioned earlier, realized that she was spending hundreds of dollars each year just storing unused items. Once she downsized, she saved that money and took a road trip to visit her grandchildren instead, a memory she cherishes far more than the teacups she parted with. Another unexpected benefit is the strengthening of personal relationships. When you let go of unnecessary possessions, you create more space, both physically and emotionally, for the people who matter most. A clutter-free environment can lead to more meaningful conversations, shared moments, and the ability to focus on your loved ones without distractions. Research even suggests that minimalist living can reduce stress and anxiety, which makes it easier to nurture these relationships. Perhaps the most profound benefit of minimalism is the sense of freedom it brings. Freedom from the weight of too many things. Freedom to live intentionally, and freedom to focus on what truly matters to you. Whether it's traveling, pursuing a hobby, or simply enjoying the peace of a quiet afternoon, minimalism allows you to reclaim your time and energy for the things that bring you joy. As we move forward, let's dive into practical strategies for successful downsizing. If the idea of decluttering feels overwhelming, these step-by-step approaches will make it simpler and more achievable. 3. Practical strategies for successful downsizing. Downsizing can feel overwhelming at first, especially when you've accumulated a lifetime of memories and belongings. But with the right strategies, it becomes not only manageable, but also deeply rewarding. The key is to approach the process step by step, rather than trying to tackle everything at once. Start small and specific. Focus on one area, like a single drawer, a closet, or even a shelf. This strategy builds momentum, as small victories lead to larger ones. For example, Mary, a retired school teacher, began her downsizing journey with just her kitchen junk drawer. It was packed with mismatched utensils, old receipts, and odds and ends she hadn't touched in years. After sorting and clearing it out, she was surprised at how accomplished she felt, and that motivation carried her forward to other areas of her home. Another critical step is to create a clear decision-making framework. Ask yourself 3 simple questions. Do I use this regularly? Does this add value to my life? Would I miss it if it were gone? If the answer to all 3 is no, it's time to let it go. For items you're unsure about, consider creating a maybe box. Store those items out of sight for a few months, and if you don't miss them, you'll know they can go. Enlist support when needed. Downsizing doesn't have to be a solo journey. Invite family or friends to help, or hire a professional organizer if it feels too daunting. When Tom decided to downsize from his 4-bedroom house to a small condo, he brought his daughter along for the process. Together, they sorted through his belongings, reminiscing and laughing as they worked. The shared experience not only lightened the workload, but also brought them closer together. Technology can also be a great ally in this process. Apps like Sortly or Declutter can help you catalog and organize items, while online marketplaces like Facebook, Marketplace, or local Buy Nothing groups make it easy to sell or give away items. Donating to charities is another fulfilling way to part with belongings, knowing they'll go to someone in need. Perhaps the most important strategy is to focus on your why. Remind yourself of the life you're creating through downsizing, whether it's more freedom to travel, the joy of a simpler home, or the ability to pass down a lighter legacy to your loved ones. Keeping this vision front and center will keep you motivated. Now that you've learned how to downsize effectively, let's discuss the common misconceptions and pitfalls that can arise, and how to avoid them on your journey. Common misconceptions and pitfalls. As rewarding as downsizing can be, it's easy to fall into traps or misconceptions that can make the process feel harder than it needs to be. Understanding these common pitfalls can help you navigate your journey with clarity and confidence. One of the biggest misconceptions is that downsizing means giving up everything you love. Many people think minimalism is about living with the bare essentials, but that's not the case. Downsizing is about keeping what truly matters to you. I remember working with a gentleman named Robert who was reluctant to start because he thought he'd have to part with his vinyl record collection, something that brought him joy. Instead, we found creative ways to organize and display the records in his smaller living space, allowing him to keep the items he valued most while letting go of what no longer served him. Another common mistake is trying to do everything all at once. Downsizing isn't a race, it's a journey. When people attempt to tackle their entire home in a weekend, they often end up overwhelmed and frustrated. The key is to take it one step at a time, focusing on manageable goals. Celebrate small victories, like clearing out a single closet, rather than expecting immediate results. Many people also underestimate the emotional challenges of downsizing. It's not just about sorting through physical items. It's about confronting memories, attachments, and even fears. This emotional roller coaster is perfectly normal, but failing to acknowledge it can lead to burnout or decision paralysis. A retired nurse I worked with, Clara, found herself unable to let go of a collection of teapots she had inherited from her mother. After talking through the memories they represented, she chose to keep just one teapot, the one her mother had used every Sunday. The rest were donated, and Clara felt a sense of relief, knowing she had honored her mother without holding on to unnecessary clutter. A common pitfall is failing to create a plan for what comes next. Where will your items go? Will you donate them, sell them, or pass them down to family members? Without a clear plan, items often end up lingering in transition piles, creating even more stress. Setting goals and deadlines for yourself can make a world of difference in staying organized and motivated. Another mistake many make is waiting too long to start. Procrastination can lead to unnecessary stress and rushed decisions, especially if a move or major life change is looming. Starting early allows you to approach downsizing thoughtfully, without the pressure of a deadline. Finally, one of the hardest traps to avoid is falling back into old habits. Decluttering is only one part of the process. Staying clutter-free is another. Breaking the cycle of accumulating more requires a mindset shift. A woman named Linda shared with me how she had a habit of buying decorative items to fill empty spaces in her home. After downsizing, she focused instead on cultivating her garden, channeling her energy into something that brought her lasting joy. By understanding and avoiding these pitfalls, you'll set yourself up for a more fulfilling and manageable downsizing journey. Next, let's talk about the legacy you're creating through this process and how simplifying your life can become a gift to your loved ones. 5. Legacy and life. Simplification. Downsizing isn't just about reducing clutter. It's about creating a meaningful legacy and simplifying your life in ways that resonate far beyond your possessions. For many, the process of letting go opens the door to deeper reflection on what truly matters and how they want to be remembered. Consider the gift you leave to your loved ones when you simplify your belongings. Instead of leaving behind a house full of items for your children to sort through, you can give them the gift of clarity and focus. A woman I worked with, Anne, shared how overwhelming it was to go through her parents' home after they passed. She decided then and there to downsize her own belongings, knowing it would save her children the same burden. By intentionally choosing what to keep and what to let go, Anne left behind only what reflected her values and memories. Simplifying your life also allows you to focus on creating experiences rather than accumulating things. Memories are made through shared moments, not material possessions. When you embrace minimalism, you open up space, both physically and emotionally, for connection, growth, and joy. And perhaps most importantly, downsizing can give you the freedom to enjoy your golden years with less stress. By living with only what you truly love and need, you align your life with your priorities, creating a simpler, more peaceful existence. As we wrap up, let's reflect on how you can take the first steps toward this transformational journey and why starting small can lead to big rewards. Downsizing after 60 isn't just about clearing your home. It's about creating a life of freedom, clarity, and joy. Remember, you don't have to tackle everything at once. Start small, maybe with one drawer or one box, and watch the transformation unfold. To help you get started, download our free checklist in the description below, designed specifically for seniors embracing this journey. We'd love to hear from you. Share your progress or challenges in the comments, and let's support each other. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join our growing community of seniors living simpler, happier lives.